Welcome back, jerks. All right, today on the show, we're going to be looking at episode 13, right? No, 14. No, 13. No, 14. No, 13. Yeah, it's 13. I was right the first time. I don't know why I doubted myself. Should have been headstrong. I knew what I was saying, and I should have just said it and stuck with it. I doubted myself. Look where it got us. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at episode 13, and it's complete. In fact, actually, this is going to start the run now through, I believe, episode 30. They should all be complete. And in fact, since they're going to be complete, unless there's like bonus footage I need to throw in or extra stuff, anything to talk about, otherwise I think I'm just going to start uploading them as just the straight videos. Because, I mean, there's really no reason for me to be popping in there unless I got something extra to add. But I will say, just real quick, a couple of you have place some orders on Teespring, so you're going to be getting some shirts, and that's cool. And if nobody else wants any, that's fine, whatever. I'm just going to let it run for a while. I know some people are like, oh, I want to get one, but it's kind of tough right now. In the middle of all this, they're not working and, you know, stuff like that. And I understand. So I'll just leave it running. Like, it's not going to cost me anything to leave it running. That was one of the things also I was looking for. It's just up. It's there. So as long as they'll let it run, it'll run. So if you want to order stuff, whatever. And someone had asked about doing some other stuff. Someone said, oh, what about a Dirt t-shirt? Yeah, okay. All right, Chrisception, I think is how you say his name. Thanks for buttering me up a little bit by asking about a Dirt shirt, but, you know, really, it's got to be a shirt that people would actually want to buy. That I would have to put them up there. No one wants to buy a Dirt shirt. But I don't know, do you guys want PCN shirts? Do you want That New Toy Smell shirts with, like, the newer version of the logo on it? Is there something else? Do you want Disco Skeletor or Team Skeletor shirts? If you guys remember back in those days, all of that crazy stuff that we used to do. I don't know. One other thing, though, I do want to point out, though, because someone asked, they had tried to send an email to tntsadmin@gmail.com. That does not work anymore. So that email address is defunct. It was shut down. I don't know if emails will bounce back if you send them there, but trust me, if you're sending them there, nobody's reading them. They're not getting to anybody. Jointheforums.com does not go to the forums anymore. The forums have been shut down. They were run by Conforums. Conforums went out of business. So they're not there anymore. The Facebook group basically took the place of the forums. So it's a place where you can go and you can post the pictures and start discussions and whatever. So join the Facebook group. You can talk about all that stuff there. There's one. Oh, shoppcn.com. Don't go there. Don't go there. We shut that down several years ago. Killen decided to not renew the URL. Some Chinese company ended up buying it, and now it goes to, I think, like animal and human XXX stuff. Don't go there. Just stay away from it. It's not good. So but you know, but the one thing that is still working, well, I guess a couple things are still working. ThatNewToySmell.com still works. VGLosers.com still works. PopCultureNetwork.com still works. But our voicemail line still works. So area code 217-953-4025. If you want to leave a voicemail message, it's a Skype mailbox. So basically, you'll call. It'll go to a Skype account. You can leave a message, and then we can listen to it later. It's basically, that's all it is. It just records a voice message that comes to us. So if there's anything you want to add on there, you can always feel free to leave some feedback there if you want to. And if you want to email dirt@popculturenetwork.com, or Killen is still here. Like I said, he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You can still get a hold of him, Killen@popculturenetwork.com. Scotty, I don't know if Scotty's got a pop culture address or not, because Killen's the one who set all that stuff up. So I have no idea if he set one up with Scotty, or if Scotty didn't want one. Maybe Scotty has one. I don't know. But if you want to send a message to Scotty, you can do it through the voicemail, or you can find him on Facebook, or I don't know. You can send it to one of us, and we'll forward it to him. Whatever. But also the other thing was, since now through episode 30, of That New Toy Smell are all complete. Like I said, I won't pop on here unless I got something else I'm going to add with some extra footage or whatever. But then once we get past 30, that's when it's going to get sporadic again. So looking at the list here, once we get past 30, like looking at some of these, there may only be after 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the finale. There may only be 5 in the finale after that. Maybe 6. I'll have to check on that. Maybe 6 in the finale. So through 30 we're good. And then anything after 30, it's going to get real spotty and sketchy. I have a bunch of the news desks because I used to take the news desk that was from That New Toy Smell and upload them to my channel because, like I said, my channel, if you go to youtube.com/dirtmound, my channel is for my videos. So the stuff that I do, I like to keep copies of it and upload it to my channel, so I've got a copy of it. You can go there and see. I think all of those are still on there, but I'll go through and double check and see what I have from those That New Toy Smell news desks and what's not. And I may have some other odds and ends and stuff from different episodes that didn't make it. And we'll get to that once we get past 30. We'll talk about some of that stuff. But beyond that, I mean, I don't know. It's going to get kind of rough. So again, I'm gonna throw it back out there. If anybody happens to have any more of these old episodes out there, I didn't think it was ever going to happen, and we got the missing piece for episode 12 or episode 8. Yeah, episode 8 the other day. So if you ever downloaded one of these in the past, you burned it to a disc, or it's on an old hard drive or something, please go dig it out. Let me know. See if you can find it, because a lot of these are just gone forever. Like I said, they used to be hosted on Blip. Blip went out of business. All those files disappeared. YouTube, back in the early days, we had a lot of stuff here on YouTube. YouTube would crash a lot, and they would just randomly lose files. This is before Google bought them out. Once Google bought them out, it fixed a lot of that stuff. But for a while there, YouTube was kind of sketchy with some of the files there. So if you think you have any of those old episodes anywhere, please take a look. Let me know if you've got them. If you've just got an old hard drive, you think they might be on there, but you don't know how to do any sort of data recovery or stuff like that on it, and you want to send it to me, I mean, they're kind of heavy. It'll cost you a few bucks to mail it, but if you want to mail it to me, I'm more than happy to run the recovery software on it. I've got the cables, I've got the hardware, I've got all the stuff, the software and everything to get it running. I can go through and see if I can recover some of that data on there if you think maybe you've got it. But anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all I got to say. I'm just trying to think real quick if there's anything else to add. But otherwise, you won't hear from me again on these videos for a couple weeks until we get through all these episodes. And I'm still going to do one a day. I'm not just going to upload them all at once. And maybe I'll do 2. I don't know. Should I do 2 a day? What do you guys think? Leave a comment if you think, should I just dump them all at once? Should I do 2 a day? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about doing all that. But anyway, here we go. Let's jump in. This is episode 13. We're going to be looking at Sectaurs. We're going to be looking at the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra vehicles and a grand opening. And Scotty Cash taking a look at McFarlane sports toys. There you go. Something different. So thanks for watching.
Rambo, behind you!
Photon. Ultimately.
New Centurion.
Hey gang, welcome to episode 13 of That New Toy Smell.
I'm Devall.
And I'm Pixel Dan, and we have got a ton of great stuff for you in this episode. And we're going to go ahead and kick things off right away as Devall and I take a look at one of our favorite old toy lines, the Sectaurs. Let's get into it.
Yeah!
Somewhere in space, somewhere in time exists a planet called Symbion. Frightening changes have taken place on this planet, the result of which is a world where insects and arachnids grow to frightening proportions. A world where the inhabitants have taken on the characteristics of these insects and arachnids. And on this world, Prince Dargon, ruler of the shining realm of Presperon, and his allies are in a constant conflict with the forces of Empress Devora, ruler of the dark domain of Synax, for possession of the fortress known as the Hive, which they are said to hold the key to ultimate power. Oh God. This is the story of the Sectaurs, a line of action figures released by Coleco in 1985, and what an amazing, awesome, in-depth story it is. And this is one of those lines of toys which have a rich, deep story, despite the fact they didn't have a successful cartoon series like most toys of this era did. The attempt at a cartoon series lasted a mere 5 episodes, leaving the story and promotion of these characters to be fully backed by a series of Marvel Comics and television commercials advertising the figures to children.
It's a line of toys that are easily overlooked and forgotten. But don't let that mistakenly fool you into thinking that these are bad toys, because they are far from it. In fact, these toys took the general idea of good versus evil and the general action figure blueprints of including vehicles and playsets and warped them into something unique and original. The figures themselves are pretty big compared to most toys of the time, standing around 8 inches tall. Each came with a slew of weapons and came packaged with their own insect or arachnid creature companion that the character was said to be telebonded with. The figures were usually painted with a really cool, almost metallic paint deco, and were really detailed.
One thing to notice is that, while for the most part you can tell who the good guys and the bad guys are supposed to be, all of these figures definitely have a very dark feel to them. I mean, there's no bright colors and really no happy expressions on their faces. These toys just feel very serious. Rather than having vehicles in this toy line, some of the creature companions were big enough for the Sectaurs to ride on as their steeds. And this is where the line gets really unique. These creatures worked like hand puppets. They all had a glove that you could slip your hand into at the bottom of the creature, and your fingers would then act as the creature's leg. The idea is really neat and actually makes the creatures kind of creepy.
The Sectaurs also had one of the largest playsets of any action figure line, the Hive. This playset stands almost 3 feet tall. Talk about massive. This is one playset that is still pretty hard to come by these days. If you end up finding it, be willing to pay a hefty price. But it is one sweet looking setup.
Unfortunately, the Sectaurs never quite made it past the initial wave of figures. A second series was planned, but unfortunately never made it past the prototype stages. And now there are a few theories to what caused the failure of the line. One, of course, is that they just didn't have a good cartoon to back them up, as we mentioned earlier.
But also, with most of these figures being a little dark in nature, they were a tad off-putting. Even the good guys and their bug companions came off as, well, ugly, and it probably stopped parents from wanting to buy them for their children. It really is a shame, because the Sectaurs is one excellent line of action figures. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be lucky enough to see the return of Prince Dargon and the Warriors of Symbion.
You sure you seen him over here?
I think so. I thought so. I might be wrong.
I thought he stayed in the basement.
Well, he does usually, but I think he's sleeping back here. Walk back in and look.
I'm glad we have a roadie that just happens to follow around with a camera.
You know, that's how I work. That's how I roll.
Really?
What the hell?
Hey, Dirt, get up. We gotta go do an episode. Wake up.
We'll do what?
Yeah, grand opening. Let's roll.
All right.
You're sleeping by a dumpster. You've changed.
I got hungry.
Ew.
What day is it?
Does it matter? You're by a dumpster.
No, I guess. Why are you so hard to open?
Now I know why they call you Dirt, yeah? Oh, dude.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That New Toy Smell. Today we're bringing you another episode of the grand opening. And today we're going to be looking at some G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra vehicles. And you have, what do you have over there?
You have a dead rat on your back.
Oh.
I made that up, but it's dirty.
Well, you know.
I got the Rise of Cobra Armored Panther with Sergeant
Thunderblast!
No, it's not Tron. You don't put your hands up. It's just Thunderblast without putting your hands up.
And I've got the Snake Tracks ATV with scrap iron.
Scrap iron!
For those of you, oh, no.
No?
No, not
Okay.
scrap. He's
All right.
Cobra. He's a cheerful guy.
Oh.
Oh, and, you know, one thing I think I should point out before we get too far into this, I am Dirt, he is,
Scotty Cash.
and you are watching That New Toy Smell. Sorry if I forgot about that, I just woke up, like, now. So,
It's okay if we open these. Last time we did this, you freaked out.
well, you know, those were vintage toys that were 20-some years old. These are brand new, so I think we'll just go ahead and open them.
I good.
Is that, are you picking up the tape?
No, I wasn't.
Are you gonna get started without me?
Are you gonna get mad if I am?
Maybe.
Well, then no, I was not.
All right. Do you want to go first? Should we go at the same time?
Same
how are we
time,
gonna do
man.
this? Same time?
Well, you new here?
All right.
I know it's been a while since we did
I don't
this,
know. I've never been on this show before in my life.
but-
I've only been in this country, how you say, 2 days. And,
Am I saying that right? 2 days?
yeah, maybe. The packaging, it's weird because apparently rectangles and squares don't work in the world of G.I. Joe. So everything is made of these funky little flaps, these cut corners.
Well, if this would have been a little bit flatter here, it could have been like a giant dog tag, but it's not at all.
Or a tombstone. If you would. You got the window showing the figure inside and the guy encased in the plastic cocoon here to make sure he doesn't fall over. Cocoon.
Okay.
And
I like that movie.
you're a Wilford Bramley mark, aren't you?
Yeah, he cool.
Did you have your oatmeal today?
Maybe.
Keep your regular. All right. Now, not only is everything boxed up with the flaps, but then there's 9 million pieces of tape you have to get past in order to get it open.
16 more pieces of tape and I'll have her open. Oh. First!
Ah!
Yeah, yo, Joe!
Alright, so, get the box out of the way. You've got your little packet here. You've got stickers, the instructions, the mini poster that the figures are coming with these days. Should probably take a look at that.
Now everything's erased. Dirt. Jeez.
Alright, so we've got nice little poster of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, you got Duke in the Accelerator uniform?
I'll trade you. Straight up.
Yeah, why not?
That's fair.
Now, because these have been folded up and packed inside for 3.5 years while you've been trying to get the tape opened and everything, you'll actually want to flatten this out, put it between 2 pieces of cement, run it over with a steamroller about 3 or 4 times, and it'll be flat enough to hang on your wall.
Or hang on your dumpster.
Depending on where you live, yeah. How you roll. Alright, man.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. I thought that bamboozled
Alright,
me again.
so you've got plastic ties, holding stuff in place. You've got tape holding down plastic tabs. I have no idea what kind of magical voodoo forces are holding this guy in place right now. All the laws of gravity and physics say he should be plummeting to his death, but instead he's not moving.
I'm glad I brought you back in here.
Why?
Well, because I just like opening, and it would be complete silence, and that wouldn't be very entertaining.
It depends on whether or not people like my voice. This could be the most annoying thing we've seen all year, depending on how annoying I am.
That's true.
All right, so
well, then I'll just not bring you in next time.
we've got scrap iron here, and you can see he's got the wonderful articulation that all the Rise of Cobra figures have, similar to your 25th anniversary.
How'd you get him out so fast?
Well, I'm good like that, dude. The only thing is, he's got a little spot here where you can see a weapon should go, a gun or a knife or something. And from what I can see, he comes with no accessories of any kind. So, no luck on that there. So you're going to have this guy with the big chunky thing sticking out with nothing to stick in it. Which I hear is a problem for some people. Alright, now. You get it all
Sergeant Thunderblast!
You get it all apart?
Yeah. First. Hey, didn't your mom tell you not to use your teeth?
No.
Oh. Well, yeah, you're fine then.
My mom just told me more whiskey!
More?
That's all I ever heard. See, there have been problems with toys being safety rated for children. This toy is actually safe for any child under the age of 35 because you will not be able to get it out of the package. So no child will choke on any part of this because you can't get it off the cardboard.
I dropped a piece, I think.
Well, sucks to be your toy. Might have just been one of the rubber band things. That's how we do it.
You shoot your eye with that thing!
Oh!
Sorry.
So, does your toy come with real firing guns?
I don't know, I'll have to check.
Do you talk about anything in these things, or you just kind of stand there?
Yeah, I just kind of stand here.
Okay, that's cool.
Listen, I woke you up. What more do you want?
If you have anything to add to this conversation, feel free to throw it in anytime.
I got Thunder Blast! Let me add something?
Yes.
I don't think I like these very much.
Why?
I don't know. They're just like... It seems cheaply made.
It doesn't feel very solid. No, it
How
feels
much was this?
$399,000.
Yeah. This is not a very good deal for that much money.
What are these? Hey, Bob, didn't you pick these up from the Five and Dime?
No, I picked them up from, I don't know how you say.
Back of the truck?
Well, yeah, there might have been this guy outside of a toy store handing them out. I don't know.
see. Like candy? Did he ask you to get in his car, Bob? Don't get in his car, Bob.
Don't get in the car, Bob.
Don't get in the car, Bob.
But, he gave me special candy.
All right,
Oh,
so
geez.
I've got a piece here.
What you got?
I have no idea.
Well, it's clear something.
Yeah, exactly. But we do have an instruction sheet that comes here, so we'll take a look at the instructions and see if we can find anything of value on here that says this goes.
What's an antenna, buddy?
It goes
Yeah.
here.
It's like, yeah.
Here.
Yeah, there you
it goes right here. Little antenna, and then we have this that opens up to, I guess, shoot a rocket because see, this does not look like a gun at all. So you have to actually open this part up to shoot the rocket. This way it's closed and people go, that's not a gun. That's a big exhaust pipe that's the size of a human being on the side of the vehicle there.
And then they shoot you.
And then they get you.
I hear Cobra uses clean fuel.
That's
Really?
also nice.
I mean, the biodiesel? That's good. Renewable energy. That's where it's at, folks.
This whole time I was thinking they were bad guys.
Yeah. No one can be bad if they're into renewable fuels, right? Is that how it works?
Amen.
There we go. All right, so you can kind of stick him on there, and he can't quite sit down, because if he sits down, then he can't reach the handlebars.
Well, why can't he sit down?
Well, see, look, when he sits down, he's too far back to actually get his hands on the handlebars, and so you have to kind of...
Who is Sergeant Thunderblast, anyway? Who just made this up?
Sergeant Thunderblast chose artillery as his field because it's both complex and simple. Complex because mastermind the intricacies of advanced technologies essential to the job. Simple because you aim, fire, and get instantaneously explosive results.
Can I trade him for a quick pick or something?
I don't know.
Anything about their
maybe Tunnel Rat is available.
I'll take a Tunnel Rat.
Yeah, I know you would.
I'll take a Tunnel Rat.
So here's our guy. No stickers or anything on there, but he. You move the handlebars, it kind of moves the gun around. So that's something, you know.
Yeah, super good. Cool.
You've got any extra? Well, what's this? What's this thing right there in front?
I don't know, dude. A tank or something.
Does that open?
No. Why would this open? No.
Are you sure that doesn't open? Oh, but it breaks off.
Yeah.
So, if you're into breaking things, there's an extra piece for you.
Well, I guess that's the motor. It'll just take a half an hour to get this guy back on here.
So we got some rockets here. So we're going to take these rockets.
He's not happy with this at all.
This is,
I mean, I guess it would be alright for, like, displaying, like, Cobra versus Joe's. Like, you got this kind of a big tank, and then you got these little bitty wheels, you know, underneath this guy. This is kind of lame.
I don't know. I mean, okay, first of all, let's break things down a little bit. The figure. Take a look at the figure.
Alright, yeah.
I mean, the figure does look nice, right?
Well, first of all, off the bat, I don't like him because I have no idea who he is.
Well, assuming you knew who he was, just take a look at the sculpt, the articulation of it.
Okay, we'll say my guy is now Sergeant Slaughter. Okay.
Okay, the younger Sergeant Slaughter.
With red hair, apparently.
With red hair.
Continue with your story.
Okay, so now, take a look at the sculpt. How's the detailing? Do you see a lot of detail on there, or does it?
He's all right.
Plain? Yeah.
I mean, he's just like the other Joe.
Yeah, but there's lots of. Oh, phone is ringing. Phone. Did you get it? Someone got it? How's the? Oh, someone's okay. For those of you who weren't paying attention, we are in fact at Killen Enterprises in Springfield, Illinois. We're putting the name up?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right. So, it is a business, and they do get phone calls, and when they come in the middle of ripping toys open, there's not much you can do but just kind of keep going.
Yeah.
So, figure looks pretty good.
Sometimes you find people sleeping by their dumpster.
Yeah, well, you know, it's what dumpsters are for sleeping.
Oh, I had no idea.
So, I'd say the detailing's pretty good, though. I mean, you got lots of little wrinkles on there, so you get the idea that it's fabric. You got lots of articulation in these Joes. So, I'd say the figures are pretty good, even though they don't come with any accessories, which kind of sucks.
My Sergeant Slaughter doesn't have his hat on.
Well, he gets it later in life.
Oh.
This is the beginning, remember? Rise of Cobra.
Got you.
When you got the domination of Cobra.
It's like you before you got your mask.
Exactly.
When you were little.
When I was like 2. So now look at the vehicle itself. I mean, does the vehicle look like what it's supposed to be?
I don't know. They used to have one of those, and it was for like the Crimson Twins. So that's pretty nice. I like that ATV.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like an ATV. So I mean, as far as that goes, they've done that part.
Do they have many tanks with giant missiles on the side? I don't think they do. So
have you been to the tank factory lately? When was the last time you bought a tank?
It's been a few years.
Well, then there very well could be more giant missile launchers on the sides of small tanks these days.
You want me to shoot you again when you're not looking?
No.
Okay.
But then as far as this opens up and you've got your little missile shooter there, so I mean that's kind of nifty. It's got that action feature, but fire! Every single vehicle nowadays in the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra line seems to have a missile shooting action feature of some kind or another. The stickers that are already on it are not stuck on very well. Actually, it looks like how I would have stuck them on when I was 5 or 6 and getting these. So at least you get your opportunity to put your own on there. And what happened to your tank?
This is it.
That's what you just opened in a little box?
Yeah.
That doesn't look quite right. That doesn't.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Huh. That thing's a lot cooler than I thought it was.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot more to that.
Yeah.
Oh, it fits right in there. Huh?
Yep.
All right.
It was different. I added these, though I didn't have those on at first.
Well, on the whole, I'm going to say I may not like these as much as some of the other vehicles I've seen. They're fine. If you're collecting the whole line anyway, you're not going to be that disappointed because you're buying them, regardless. But If you were only going to go out and buy one or two vehicles, I'd probably pass on this one, although that thing is pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah.
So I'd go ahead and pick up that little tank. But as far as the ATV goes, I think it's way too big for the guy that's going to be on it, and it looks actually kind of silly with this big-ass rocket launcher and these small rockets on the side. But so I'm going to say the figures are good. This vehicle, that vehicle, definitely a thumbs up. What do you say?
Yeah.
All right, folks, I think that's going to do it for today. I can't think of much else to say, and you're probably bored out of your gourd by now, right?
My tank is awesome.
Man. You tell everybody goodbye. I'm leaving.
Don't go back by the dumpster. That's embarrassing. I'm Scotty Cash. That was dirt. We're out of here.
Three, two, one. On the bottom of the ninth with one runner on, the go-ahead run at the plate with 2 strikes and 3 balls, and the pitch. He shoots. Stick save. Stick save. Stick save. He's at the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Oh, an incredible run. Touchdown!
When the McFarlane sports figures first came out back in 2001, they were new and fresh. Starting lineups was starting to go under, and Tom McFarlane decided this was the time to capitalize. I remember the first time I seen him, I was at Target with a buddy. I seen the NFL Series 1, Eddie George, Edgerrin James, Emmitt Smith, Kurt Warner, Randy Moss, and Warren Sapp. I even seen Warren Sapp without a helmet. I was blown away by these things. Now when I first seen Warren Sapp without a helmet, I thought to myself, who wants a football player without a helmet? But come to find out, it was a variant, a chase figure. Tom McFarlane decided, as for chase figures, he was going to make different colored jerseys. Warren Sapp has a red jersey as a regular figure, and Warren Sapp has a white jersey as a chase figure. It's pretty much like home and away jerseys. Now, as you've seen in the beginning of the video, they have MLB, NHL, NFL, and NASCAR. What's that? A breaking story? To you, Scotty. Go ahead.
Thanks, Scotty Cash. We actually have an important news flash.
Go ahead and take it away, Pixel Dan.
NASCAR figures suck. Back to you, Scott.
Can we use that? Can we say that on here? Back to you, Scott.
Thanks, Scotty, Pixel Dan, for the important news break. As I was saying, you've seen a few pictures of the sports lines, but today we're going to talk about and focus on one line, and that's the best-selling line. That's the NFL line. Next month drops the 21st series of this NFL line. You get anybody from Peyton Manning 4 to my guy, Joe Flacco. Did you say Peyton Manning 4? Unfortunately, I did. They're well known for making Peyton Manning 1, 2, 3, and 4. Troy Polamalu 3. Really? 3? 14 Tom Brady's and 77 LaDainian Tomlinsons. I like Tomlinson, but I don't need 77 of them. Now, multiples of each figure isn't even the worst thing about the line. The worst thing about the line is the packaging. Now, the better the figures got, the worse the packaging got. They try to say that they wanted to do it to save on cost, but then the cost went up $2. I don't understand, Todd. Email me. Let me know. Now, while we're on the downside of these figures, let me complain about one other thing. The base. The bases are just junk. Yeah, I don't want to be nice about it. They're junk. Now, if you look at this picture on the right-hand side, you got the old base, the good base, the grassy base with the white lines. Looks like a hard-fought battle has been fought on it. And then the left-hand side looks like something that came out of a Lego line. Now, what I was saying earlier about the packaging going downhill, when these figures first came out, you got the figure, you got a picture of the figure, you got a nice bubble, it didn't crease easy, it had a J-hook, you could hang it on the wall, it was awesome. They then went to kind of a similar package. You had the J-hook, you didn't get the picture on the side anymore, but you got like the name and their helmet. But then they went to this other kind of thrown off bubble, like a round bubble. You seen them with the Halo figures. They weren't bad, but they weren't as good as the old bubbles. And then they just went to this new crap card. Like an action figure card. It's just horrible. It makes me want to stop collecting these things. But I'm not. I know. The thing that first brought me in is the thing that keeps bringing me back. Detail. Look at the creases in the jersey. They got chin straps, for God's sakes. They got blood on their elbows. They got dirt on their pants. All their faces are different. Their eyes are looking left and right on some of them. Some of them, their mouths are open. Some of them, their tongues are sticking out. I know sometimes they do the same exact pose over and over and over and over again. But come on, give them a break. There is 1 trillion NFL figures, and they can't do it, a new pose for everybody. Other than just the regular NFL lines, Tom McFarlane also did some expansion lines. They did NFL Legends. They had Barry Sanders and Joe Montana and John Elway and my favorite, of course, Bo Jackson. But recently they did some new lines. They did college lines. They got Tom Brady from Michigan. They got Ray Lewis from Miami. And they even got AP, Adrian Peterson from the Oklahoma. Yeah, check it out. Now back to what I was saying about the variants and the different jerseys. Let's take a look at a couple of these different home and away jerseys. You got a couple Urlachers here. You got a couple Steve Smiths. You got Torrey Holt with the New Jersey and the retro Rams jersey. It even has his old number on there. Other than the home and away jerseys, let's talk about the other variants, the no helmet variants. Now when they made these variants, they were really rare and really expensive, hard to come by. My favorite is probably the Afro no helmet Randy Moss. Besides variants, they also did players that got traded or free agent to other teams, like Brett Favre, for instance. I'm missing a Favre here, but you can still see that there's 3 of them here. You got the Jets Favre, the Packers Favre, and the Falcons Favre. If I had to show you pictures of all of them, we'd be here for days. So I'm just going to kind of show you a few pictures of my favorites. I know we were supposed to talk about NFL, but Shaq's probably my favorite athlete playing right now, so we're going to show a few of him as well. Alright, I know I was kind of down on these earlier with the junk base and the crappy card, but overall these are kind of nice. 21 series of your favorite players, you can't beat that. Plus the detail makes up for the 2 flaws on the crap junky base and the overwhelming crappy card. Sorry again. Well anyway, that's my look at McFarlane NFL sports picks. Later, gang.
Hey gang, thanks for watching. Don't forget to join us at www.thatnewtoysmell.com or www.vglosers.com. Join the community. We have a free message board there that's great for chatting about toys, comics, and everything else you can imagine. Also, make sure you follow us over on Facebook and Twitter. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you email us at tntsadmin@gmail.com. Did I cover everything?
We are taking over the internet.
Dun dun dun.
We'll see you guys next week on That New Toy Smell.
Toy Talk!
Hey, it's completely bogus? Your face and everything about it.